Hey guys, it's yours truly, Musicalus here,
Hey, subscribers, it's Ethan here.
and welcome to our spoiler-filled Dragon Ball Superhero discussion. Now I know what you're thinking. If you're wondering, wait, I thought you were doing a spoiler-free one. We still are. So for those who do, so if you click on the card right above Ethan, if you clicked on the long video, I should have tagged it, said it in the thumbnail. But if you clicked on the long video, click on the card right and it will take you to a spoiler-free discussion of Dragon Ball Superhero. Here, Hero, where Ethan and I will talk about what we think of the movie, spoiler-free of anything. So if you don't want to be spoiled, that's the one that you should click on. But if you've already watched the movie and are curious, this is what this video is about. So me and Ethan, as I said in the video that's probably already gone up, we have discussed what we thought about Dragon Ball Superhero. So I think, but Ethan has a lot to say about the movie that he can't hold back. So that's why we decided to do two videos: a spoiler-free one like we've always done, and then a spoiler-filled one just so Ethan can get his thoughts out about what he thinks of the movie.
Right.
As per usual, we'll do the usual usual things. So yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. So, for those who are wondering if Goku is a main, I should mention, this is your last chance. If you don't click on the card above Ethan, you're gonna get spoiled. So, this is your fault. Don't blame us. It's your fault. Oh, you're staying here. So, if you don't want spoilers, I would not stop watching this video right now or click on our spoiler-free one so you don't get spoiled.
Yep.
Otherwise, we're going to be talking about the movie in about 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this movie is actually, strangely enough, one of the most interesting movies in the Dragon Ball series, in our opinion, to date. We're going to go over the usuals as we always do, but unlike our spoiler-free one, we'll be able to add a little bit more context this time. So, here's the first one. So, music-wise in the movie.
The music-wise, it's alright. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just the music's just.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel Dragon Ball. No offense.
No, it definitely doesn't feel Dragon Ball. It reminds me more of My Hero Academia than Dragon Ball. I'll be fair here.
More like a little, maybe a bit of My Hero Academia, but I wouldn't say it's close to it, to be honest. It's more like a superhero music.
Which means it reminds you of basically of a superhero show movie that you've watched.
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't feel really Dragon Ball-y. It's not the worst music we've heard, but it doesn't feel very Dragon Ball-y to me.
Nope. Doesn't give the Dragon Ball feeling.
How was the action in the movie?
It was good. It was a good action, I would say. I mean, there's some parts like towards like in some parts in the movie. Beginning one, it's a bit slow, and later on, builds up a little bit better. But I don't know what to say in this one.
Yeah, there are some parts in the movie like the fight with Cell.
Cell Max, you saying?
Cell Max. Thank you. Cell Max was basically the fight with Cell Max, Piccolo, and the others was a pretty intense fight, I must say. A lot of us went on stake at that one.
Well, what I noticed in the film, when I compare to this one versus the other ones I watched, it doesn't give me the intense feeling. I hate to tell you the truth. It doesn't give me the intense feeling like the. Well, one certain anime movie I watched gave me the intense feeling was My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. That was intense, way than this.
Yes. So, in case you don't know what Ethan's referring to, you know that feeling when you feel like there's a lot of pressure riding on something, or when you're on the edge of your seat? That's the feeling that Ethan is referring to. It didn't put Ethan on the edge of his seat.
It didn't do that to me, unfortunately. It just felt like it was. I hate to tell you this, but it's a bit a little generic.
Just a little. but
because I've seen others like this before.
but yeah. But the action, it was still decent. It was still decent. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't the worst action sequences. But the first half of the film was pretty much, not action filled.
Not at all. Sorry.
It was really the middle to the second half that really carried most of the movie in terms of action. So action wise, I want to say that most of the fighting happened later, and most of it was with Cell Max.
Yep. And when Gon even just gets in, and where these Gemma people had to go face against him. Well, one of them actually, not two of them. That really does build like the hype when Gon goes in and go, "I'm ready for you." That's what I like that part, but other than that, doesn't help me that much.
Yeah, so Dragon Ball Superhero superhero action, not that much, but it's mainly towards the middle, to the end that really carries most of the movie.
Yes.
How did the pacing go for the movie? I'm not gonna lie, it was a bit slow.
I wasn't a huge fan of the pacing on this one, guys. Hate to tell you this, but I have seen worse than this, though. I have seen worse than this.
Yeah, I won't say it's a complete worst pacing, like it's not Warner Brothers level. But I will say it was pretty bad. It was still pretty bad. Bad. Like almost half the movie felt like a snowfest to Ethan. I didn't mind it in particular because I'm used to that type of thing, but it kind of felt slow for Ethan.
Yep, it does.
So I mean that's not his fault, of course. Like I said, like I'm gonna say, Ethan is more used to the full-on action type movies, and in total fairness, that's most of Dragon Ball's movies. So can you really fault him?
Even Broly had that kind of intense feeling before.
Exactly. So, and now Ethan is not referring to the old one, although that one does qualify for that.
I meant to say Dragon Ball Super Brawling movie. Now that really gave a lot of people hype before watching this movie.
Yes. So, in total fairness to Ethan, this one was a little bit slower to him. I didn't mind it personally because I've watched a lot of slow-paced movies in my time where the action has to build a little bit, but to Ethan, yeah, no.
I'm sorry, people, but I know what you're thinking. That you go, hey, how come you hate it? How come you... Hey. Will you chill out for a second, people? I did not say I hate the film. Will you just cut that out?
Yes, Ethan doesn't hate the film. Quite the opposite, actually. If Ethan hated the film, he wouldn't be giving criticisms. Animation. Now, this is something we don't normally talk about for the movies, but in this one in particular, we need to discuss. So the animation for this one,
garbage.
I won't lie. Was we went to see this as a friend, and we all were in agreement that pretty much CGI was it could have been better.
It could have just been like where you have the Brawly animation, like in the Dragon Ball Super Brawly animation. That could have helped me pretty much to like it more. But no. You have to just try something new and then go, hey, let's do CGI, and then I'll be like, you kidding me, people? Why do you have to do CGI? Why do you have to do it? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand you people. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they'll improve over time, buddy. It's just gonna take a while. I did like the flashbacks, though. That much I will admit.
Yeah, the flashbacks, yeah, I would say so myself. I like them too, but at least there's some flashbacks I noticed it doesn't look like too much of CGI right there.
Agreed. So yeah, Dragon Ball superhero animation, it could have been a lot better, I'll be fair here.
Yes, I say so myself. And I know some people out there liking it and loving it because of the new direction between like not with Goku and Vegeta's focus. I understand.
Yeah,
I don't mind that new direction myself.
Yeah, but we'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, so animation could have been better. Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about let's see.
What about the story?
Oh yeah. So the story. Again, if you're watching, again, before I go into complete detail about this, I should ask you if you're watching this one by accident. If you accidentally clicked on this one and it's a spoiler one, jump out of here right now.
I
would. Or click on, again, I'll leave another card. Click on the explanation point, and it should lead you to where me and Ethan have a spoiler-free discussion. But that being said, the story of this one basically takes place. Well, Ethan can describe it.
Anyway, so what happens is this is a canonized to Dragon Ball Super Broly. Obviously, it is canonized. This is also canonized as well for this film, but my understanding is, but this is pretty much like after all the events from just like Broly movie. Really, it's just like Broly movie. After all the Dragon Ball Super events, after the Power of Tournament, really, it's just like that. So honestly, okay. So where we're at right now is after the Power Tournament event, which is after they face against Jiren, to put it that way, and now they're already set to the point they're gonna start off reviving itself, the Red Ribbon Army.
Longtime Dragon Ball fans will probably know who that is.
It's not who, it's the group.
Oh, sorry. You know who that group is.
The group, that's it.
So basically, you guys would know from Dragon Ball Z if you've watched that one. However, as you guys know, they were defeated at the hands of Goku and friends. However,
well, Goku didn't actually go out and defeat them all. He helped, but no, it's Gohan helped to defeat Gohan was the one who saved everyone against Cell, but those androids, well, they're part of the Red Ribbon too. So yes, rest of his friends as well.
Yes. So basically, yeah, that's basically the general gist as Ethan put it. So now you guys already also know that the two androids, androids 17 and 18, who is, I believe, 18 is the wife of Krillin, who was also in the film.
That's right.
He is. These guys, these powerful warriors. While Goku and Vegeta are away training with Broly in what looks to be a separate planet of some sort.
It's more like a different area that they need to get training for to get ready for their next adventure or something. It's basically like their next training area just to get ready for another battles, whatever.
Yep. The son, I think, don't quote me on that, the son of the person who made the androids is still seeking vengeance and turns out that there's a grandson named Dr.
Hito, or I think it's Hito.
Yeah, Dr. Hito, who is basically a young scientist, and he tricks them into agreeing to helping him revive the Red Ribbon Army on the promise that they will be able to get this. Get another project done, which is Cell Max, as we mentioned.
Yes, but Cell Max actually, it's not the real Cell. Actually, unfortunately, those of you thinking, "Hey, it's real." No. If you've seen the film yourselves, take a look what happened close to the end of the movie. His arm broken off. It's like in Cyborg. It's a robot. It's not real Cell. If it was real Cell, it would have been like in Dragon Ball Z. It would have been like Dragon Ball Z, what happened with Cell got broken off and then he could just regenerate. This one doesn't.
Exactly. So yeah, basically what Ethan said.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyways, So basically, he tricks Dr. Hito into doing it on the promise that he would be able to fund some superhero projects to keep Goku, Goku, Goku and friends busy. Unaware that Goku himself and Vegeta are both away at the moment.
Yes.
So that being said, meanwhile Piccolo finds out about all this and sets out to set things straight and protect the world before Cell Max is unleashed.
Yep. And they're the ones, the Red Ribbon group, which was back to reformed again, which it did. Now, what happens is you got those two superhero android alien-like group of people named Gimas, Gima 1 and 2. Those two are pretty much like Dr. Hito's, I wouldn't say his creation, but more likely, it's his man.
Yep. They are his androids that he made.
That's right.
I don't know exactly how powerful they are compared to the other androids that we've seen.
They're a bit powerful, but they got those ray guns. But those ray guns, no offense, but if you were gonna face against a Super Saiyan like Goku and Gohan and Vegeta, you're messing with the wrong people. You only can work if it's like an army, but if against the Saiyans, you're out.
Yeah, that was probably a big mistake. But they did still put up quite a bit of a fight. Gohan also was a big focus on the movie. Mainly because it turns out that he has a wife and a daughter as well, who also is a Super Saiyan. Or, I should say, a Saiyan in training.
Yep.
So, yeah. But all this makes up for a very interesting story of where the battle that takes place doesn't even feature Goku or the others, but yet all the side characters that are featured in the Dragon Ball series.
Like the Z Warriors.
Yep. So this is mostly, you could say, a Z Warriors film rather than a Goku film, or
Vegeta,
which is, to be fair, a good chunk of Dragon Ball films.
Yep.
Even Super Broly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So yeah, it was a nice little change of pace, especially since a certain gaming company likes to milk Goku to death. You know who you are.
Yeah, I don't mind the new direction, to be honest with you. I have no problems with the new direction, actually.
Me neither. Any excuse to get away from them milking Goku is a good excuse.
Yup. But the problem is, at the end of what happened, that doesn't help me to say it's a lot better. There's no way.
Indeed. So yeah, that is basically the general story that we can really give for Dragon Ball Superhero. It's better that you watch most of it for yourself, though.
Yep.
And then finally the forums, which is something that's going to be exclusive for the Dragon Ball films that we discuss here on the channel. So the forums that were introduced, there were 2 different forums.
Which is not Goku and Vegeta's, obviously. Those are kind of obvious. We're not going to talk about that, unfortunately. That's not in there. We're talking 2 civic characters. They're iconic to the Dragon Ball franchise. Right next to Goku and Vegeta. Piccolo and Gohan.
Yes. So Piccolo gains this orange-ish form.
It's more like a Shenron type form, but I'm not sure what form it is. But I'm sure it's pretty much like a power from Shenron the dragon.
Which Piccolo said himself, if he had to choose a name, he would call it Orange Piccolo.
Mm-hmm.
And in my personal opinion, I mean, that's accurate to the description, but yeah, I hate that form. It looks awful.
Man, I'm sorry, guys, but to when I look at it, I'm like, after I saw it the first time before watching the film, I'm like, man, it's like I'm eating from garbage.
Yeah, that form wasn't the best one.
My God, I'd rather not look at it again. I'm sorry, guys, but I mean, I don't mind he's getting more powerful. That's good. That's great. It's great. But looking at it, it just feels like you're looking at the old Brawley 4. But worse than that.
Yeah, even not a big fan of the old Brawley.
Or even I dare say, between the two, I would prefer Evil Ryu form, but by that point. And I don't like that way either.
Yeah, he was not a big fan of Evil Ryu. Yes, I know. Ironically, because he's the Ryu main, but not to be fair, not a lot of people like Evil Ryu. I don't think at least. But yeah, that being said, yeah. Then the second one was Gohan's form, and that one we liked.
And it's the Beast form. That one, it's not too bad. I don't mind that form.
Now, he had silver hair, just like Ultra Instinct Goku does.
But that's more spikier, though.
Yes. So, is this like a new form of Ultra Instinct?
I don't know about that yet. I mean, I have to see in action, but it didn't get much action. All I see is just goes like this, and at the end of the scene, he goes like this. Special beam Karan from Gohan. And then guess how he learned the power? The move, I mean? That's because he trained it for himself after he saw Piccolo do it. That's what I found out.
That's pretty impressive. Very impressive.
He secretly trained for that move, he said.
I gotta say, that was pretty cool. I like seeing that.
That is a cool move, but it just is. But after all, I saw the whole thing. That does not make up for what I'm going to say. I love it. Doesn't make that up.
Nope. All right. And, last but not least, the humor. So there was actually a lot of humor inside of this movie.
A lot of humor than any Dragon Ball movie I watched, I'll be honest with you.
Yes, there were some funny parts.
Feels like you're watching like a Three Stooges, but anime.
Yeah, like the Bulma part where she was using the Dragon Balls for cosmetic surgery.
You know, another thing that really gives me an awkward vibe was when Bulma was like, "Hey, I want the eyebrow to be more white." I'm like, really, woman? Why is woman gotta be this weird? And even about that tone. What in the world is she thinking?
And total fairness, I mean, if you had any wish, I would do it too.
Oh boy, like, why there? Why does she think that way? I don't get it, but okay.
Yep.
That's funny though.
Yes, it was still funny. And then when Krillin came into the scene, he was like, when everybody wanted to go fight, he said, I'll stay here and protect everybody.
He was trying to protect Bulma too.
He was basically useless.
Some parts it is. It's just like, reminds me of the character named Sakura from Naruto. Well, sort of.
But yeah. So that was a pretty good, pretty funny part. There were funny parts of the movie that made me just laugh and smile. So I'm really glad the movie came out with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now for total opinion of the movie.
Okay, so for my own opinion of the movie, I don't normally like saying this, but let's just say there's some parts in the movie, it just didn't give me the hype like I do with the other previous Dragon Ball movies. Like Brawley, that was the most hypeful one I've seen to date. Other ones are just like, they did have some hype too, but there and there with this movie, it's just like, how come I don't feel that there is some hype into it, just like I do with the other films for some strange reason. There are some hypes, yes, but that's not enough for me to say it's really exciting. I'll go, yeah, let's do it. I don't have that feeling in there for some reason. Some I do, but not that much.
Exactly. And so for that reason, Ethan gives this movie a
6.5 out of 10.
And I agree with all of Ethan's points. This movie wasn't more of an adventure focused, rather than an action-packed type, which is what most Dragon Ball movies usually are.
I don't mind the new direction. That's okay. I don't mind the new direction. I don't hate it. That's good that they're doing something different. That's pretty well appreciated.
And on top of that, that means Goku's going to be out of the spotlight if that's what the next season of Dragon Ball Super is, hopefully.
Or maybe not. We don't know yet. It could be taking parts from the manga.
Indeed. But if that is indeed the case, oh, thank the Lord. Lord, no more Goku milking for a while.
Well, we'll see about that, though. We'll see about that. But we'll have to see what the manga says before this anime comes in 23.
Yep. But, yeah. So that, my opinion, I give it a 7. 7? It's a decent movie. I wouldn't watch it again. I wouldn't watch it back to back, but I would definitely watch it sometimes, just for fun.
Yeah, I might do the same myself, but for those of you who are coming, hey, how come you don't like it or hate it? Then again, that's because this film isn't the most worse as I expected from the beginning. But to be honest with you, there's just some most parts in the film just doesn't feel like, man, I just wish there's some more things that's happening instead of like, you're just like, really? It's pretty slow at first.
Yeah, Ethan's the action type, as I've mentioned, so it's not his fault for him feeling that way. But like I said, I don't mind it as much. That's why I give it a 7 because honestly, I don't mind slow-paced movies. For crying out loud, you're talking to the person who loves Blue's Clues, and Blue's Clues can be pretty slow when it comes to finding the clues sometimes. Yeah. I would want to say that this movie is it's decent. I would definitely still recommend it to people. People, if they're new to Dragon Ball and don't want to get into the action-based type thing. If you're into the more of the adventure aspect, this is the movie I recommend to you.
Right. And for me, though, I would recommend it if you watch it after Broly, though, because this is canonized. By the way, it's canonized after you watch the Power of Tournament arc.
Indeed. So I would recommend you watch Super Broly movie as well before you watch this one.
Yeah, because certainly Broly is actually in this movie because I told you this is canonized, and it confirmed that Broly is going to be canonized, not the original. Finally, the new one. He's canonized.
Yep. All right. So yeah. All right, guys. That's all for this one. So if you stick through to the end, thank you for watching. If you want for just for kicks to check out how me and Ethan described our spoiler-free discussion, you can click on the card above Ethan, and that will lead you to our spoiler-free discussion. And you can also check out our previous discussions. Prior to this, we've also talked about the second Sonic movie.
Yep.
And the My Hero Academia films.
Yep.
Anything else that we talked about, bud?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, yes, that one too. Oh, and let's not forget the Venom movie.
Yep.
So, yeah, there's plenty of movies to discuss. In terms of movies coming up, the next one that me and Ethan have plans to watch is One Piece Film Red, which is coming soon.
Now, that's the part that I heard some say. They say, it's too many songs. Too many songs. We'll have to see about that when I watch it, but to be honest with you, though, there's a fun fact what I heard. Did you know that One Piece Red did well in the box office in Japan than Dragon Ball Super Superhero did? That's embarrassing. Ooh. Even the one that not a lot of people in the US heard of it.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, guys. That's all for now. We'll see you guys in the next video, and this is yours truly, Music Clues.
Be then, sign out.
And y'all have a nice
gaming night.